Hello, good morning. Hi, I'm Polly with Polly's podcast. We had some technical difficulties there. So I want to start by saying welcome. Also, tomorrow will come and go whether we like it or not. What story do we want to tell? So I want to tell the story of how I got a little bit more healthy and that I lost a little more visceral body fat because my goal is to be very healthy and to have as little unnecessary body fat as possible. Okay. So I don't know what your goals are, but you can share them in the comments right here on live chat right now. Okay, today is day 209 where I have been um, on a primarily animal-based diet. 209 days. I would have never thought that this would have been a thing, right? But it is, and I'm so glad that it is. So day 209, I cannot say that enough. All right, so I have been 209 days. I have been doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. I have been doing 2MAD, which is 2 meals a day. And I have been intermittently fasting in between, which means primarily sleeping because I'm not eating when I'm sleeping. I'm not eating when I'm running errands. I'm not eating when I'm working outside with the livestock and the cows and, doing my farm work. So, I don't have to eat constantly. So that's called intermittently fasting, right? So when I stop eating at, for an example, 6 o'clock at night until my next meal will probably be around 3 or 4 the next day. That's an intermittent fast, right? All right. So, and I do drink electrolytes all day long. I love my electrolytes. Electrolytes are simple. They are sodium chloride, they are potassium chloride, a little hint of baking soda, a little tiny hint of lemon juice just to help put the calcium into the bones and out of the blood. But I drink my sodium chloride and potassium chloride all day long. You can add a little magnesium. I mean, I do. I use magnesium. Plus, I take a magnesium supplement. But I do add a little magnesium to my electrolytes also. And if I'm going to drink anything other than electrolytes, you're going to catch me drinking things like Zevia, which is a 0-calorie natural type soda that's sweetened with stevia, or maybe a LaCroix water or bubbly. That's what you'll catch me drinking. In between that, I might have some plain cold tea, unsweetened. And in the morning, of course, my coffee. That's right. What a delicious brew. Fantastic. And this is coffee with a little bit of 5 grams actually of creatine and 20 grams of collagen peptides in it. I also take a multivitamin liquid in the morning. All right, day 209. And I want to say that carbohydrate, first of all, this is controversial. Carbohydrates attract liquid, moisture, water. So when I eat carbohydrates, and this may not be for you, it may just be me, right? Because every human being is a little bit different. So when I eat carbohydrates, it attracts liquid, and that liquid can be stored in the body. So when I started to lose initial body weight, that was stored. The water was stored within the fat. All right, so it was old water because it was old moisture stuck inside the visceral fat. All right, that's the first to go before your body likes to burn fat. It likes to get rid of that waste. All right. So uh, another thing I got on my notes here. So carbohydrates can be more easily converted and stored into fat than protein or even animal fat. So keep that in mind when you're putting together a plan for your weight loss regimen, okay? So yeah, it's easier stored as fat, which is carbohydrate. All right, so let's move on here. I just want to say that I am not food centric. So at all, not a food centric person. I don't live to eat. I eat to live. All right. So I've got my notes here because I don't want to leave anything out. And I'm more like event centric. And what that means is that I love social events. I love galas. I like to plan group events, bowling, go-kart racing, roller skating, skiing trips, things like this. Okay. And food shouldn't be looked at as something that we do for comfort or because of boredom. All right. So food is something that we should be doing to share with friends or family or a gathering. It's not something to bury our feelings in. That's just what my philosophy is. Okay, so I like to enjoy meals with like a community, right? All right, so I took some notes here, and food is not to soothe my loneliness. It's not to soothe my boredom. So the reason I share my menu with you every single day is because I want to help you make more informed decisions and better choices for you to reach the goals that you're aiming for. So it's not that I am food centric. I am event centric. I am community centric. I am, I want to share and be around with my friends, my family, the people I care about the most, and the people who care about me the most. Because that's how memories are made. Not by sitting by myself and eating, right? All right, let me just adjust this monitor just a hair. Okay, fantastic. All right, so, I have to stay on this road. If you're on this road, let me know in the comments below, because this road will take me where I want to go. Let me know in the comments if it's taking you where you want to go. Because this is so important. Look, longevity, it's important. Health, it's important. We cannot do too much about aging, but we can certainly make informed choices about how we choose to age. If we're going to age well, if we're going to age the best that we possibly can, right? So, let's stay on point. Let's just stay on this path and move forward so that we're burning unwanted and unnecessary visceral fat and still being happy and healthy. All right, so we have to be willing to put the work in. I am willing to put the work in. I made a decision on March 22nd, and I stuck to it. 209 days is a big deal, okay? One day is a big deal. Don't get me wrong. All right. So, it's like, for an example, everybody wants to be a black belt in karate. But you have to be willing to put the work in. We have to be willing to pay the piper. We have to be willing to make those sacrifices for the good of our health or our longevity. and our body. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. I make food choices that benefit the support of my body. That's all I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just making these choices and I'm trying to get through here. Let's see. So I was a very obese. In fact, it was dangerously obese. I was out of breath. I was experiencing chest pains. I was experiencing unexplained rashes. My hair was super dry, like straw, and it would break and it was brittle. It wasn't soft like this, right? Now it's soft. It's beautiful. I love my hair. Oh my goodness, I love my hair. Thank you. All right, thank you, hair, for being so nice. And it's really beautiful. I love the feel of it, the texture. It wasn't like that before. It was dry, like straw. Even if I drenched it in avocado oil or olive oil or coconut oil, nothing helped. Nothing. It was awful. My skin was dry and cracked. It's not like that now. I mean, I used to have to sleep with Vaseline or mineral oil or coconut oil slathered all over my face. And even that didn't work. And I'll tell you why. Because nutrition starts on the inside, not the outside. Good health starts on the inside, and it's just not biological. It's emotional, mental. It's the whole holistic combination, and everything works together, in my opinion, at least for me. All right. So I stuck to my first 90 days were high fat, high protein, zero carbs. And that's where I lost the majority of my body fat. But after that, there was a stall. And when I stalled, I had to switch it up. And when I switched it up, I did it with sardine fast. If you don't know about sardine fast, please look up Dr. Boz, B-O-Z, and she will explain to you about the benefits of the sardine fast. But that helped me break through a stall. But I allowed that stall to last. Like I said it in the previous video that I made. I did not push my body because I wanted everything to be supernatural. So, high animal fat. Right now, I'm still in that 1 week of low fat, zero fat, and high protein, lean protein, which is, and zero carbohydrates as usual. What I'm getting at is that right now I'm doing a lean week to break a plateau, and it's working. So I started Sunday. Today is Friday. On Sunday, I weighed 155 pounds. And today, which is Friday, I weigh 151 pounds. So this lean week is working for me. And I'm going to continue this lean week until I break into like 148, 147, and see if I can hold it for 1 to 2 weeks. All right. So, and I want to say that there are many ways to lose weight. There are many, many ways to lose weight. I know that the snake diet guy, Cole, he'll explain every single day a different kind of way that a person can burn body fat successfully and safely. And I want to say that he's right. There are so many ways to lose body fat. However, I cannot consume carbohydrates. And I'm not saying that he says that, you have to eat carbohydrates. He's saying that you can. All right. So I want to say this. There was a gentleman, his name is Swidan, Swidan. I apologize for butchering the name. He's an American. He spent 12 and a half years in China on death row. And he said that he was being fed 2 bowls of rice a day with a piece of pork fat on the top while he was in prison. I'm not making light of him being falsely imprisoned in China and put on death row. I'm not making light. But what I am going to say is this. I don't know the time span that he lost 100 pounds, but this man said that he lost 100 pounds eating 2 bowls of rice with a piece of pork on the top. Every single day it was the same meal that he was offered. So look, there are many ways to burn body fat. Not just 1, not just 2, not just 3. There's hundreds of ways to burn body fat, including, like Cole said, the prisoner diet. The prisoner diet. Cole Robinson from Snake Diet. If you don't know who I'm talking about, please look him up. He is very shocking. So I apologize in advance if you're offended by him. But he does make some very good points. Now, I want to make sure that I'm making sure I hit all my points today. Look, there are things to look for when trying to drop unnecessary and unwanted body fat. One is calories, one is carbs, one is fats, the other is proteins, okay? People count calories, other people count carbohydrates, other people drop the fat or include lots of fat. I am all about the macros, the macronutrients, the necessary nutrients. For me, vegetables and fruit are fillers. They don't bring to my table macronutrients that my body requires. For me, carbohydrates are an unnecessary or non-essential thing, right? I don't need it. I have so much stored fat, I don't need that, all right? Also, it doesn't provide me with any macronutrients because that's mostly water, sugar, and fiber. So when I talk about vegetables and fruit, this is what they are to me. Well, I drink enough liquids throughout the day. I don't need it from fruit and vegetables. I certainly don't require fiber to go to the bathroom because this is day 209. And as you can see, I'm still alive. I am here. So obviously I am going to the restroom, all right? And I am not including any kind of fiber. For me, I need protein. I need fat. But okay, so hold up. I don't need fat as much as I need protein. I need protein. But because I have so much stored body fat still on my body, I don't really need to add fat into my diet right now. But when I get down to an appropriate body fat, then I can incorporate a little tiny bit of fat, animal fat, to help support. But I'm going to tell you something. Fat is important. I realize not everybody agrees with me on this, and I don't want you to agree with me on this. It's really not that important for you to agree with me. Fat supports brain. Certain fats contain omega-3, omega-6, omega-9. You need a balance of these omegas. It's not just that. There are literally so many other kinds of beneficial fats that are necessary for my body to run properly, right? So fat to me is important. But right now, I'm on a lean week. All right. Vegetables, fiber, it's not necessary for me. Look, I avoid oxalates like the plague. Like the black plague, I avoid oxalates. And I'm going to tell you why. Because oxalates almost killed me. I used to eat what I thought was a healthy diet. I used to eat a lot of vegetables because I thought that they were healthy. I used to juice vegetables. I thought that was healthy. All right, so I made a mistake because one day I ended up in an ambulance and in surgery because I had blocked ureter tubes that almost killed me. I went septic. And that's from oxalates. And of course, mine were so big and so many that they had to blast them with a huge machine. And it's a machine that travels from Northern California to Southern California. And there's only like one machine that can do this. And they had to blast them because they were so big and so many of them. I avoid oxalates. You don't have to avoid oxalates. I do. And that's another reason why I drink a little bit of lemon juice every single day. Because I want the calcium from the diet to go into my bones and not into my blood. I don't want it to stay in my blood, not ever. I do take a tablespoon or two of apple cider vinegar before a meal because that helps to balance my blood glucose levels. Now, you should check with your doctor to see if these things will work for you. Another thing I do is I will take calcium citrate. And the reason I take calcium citrate is because it's the citrate that puts the calcium into the bones and takes it out of the blood to avoid another oxalate event. Because when the doctors told me that I will always be prone to kidney stones from this day forward, I was determined to prove them wrong. And so far, I have proved them wrong. All right, moving on here. What do I have here on my list? Look, I want you to stay busy. If you're looking for ways to burn excess body fat, if you're looking for ways to stay motivated and to stay on course, here's my tip. Stay busy. Do something. Find a hobby. Get away from your house. Stay away from the house. Get away from the kitchen. Because that is, just out of control. There's no reason to be in the kitchen. And if you stay at home a lot, that's okay. Go outside. Water something. Go outside and get some vitamin D. Do something that's going to benefit your health, your mental health, your physical health, your biology. Because you need to get out away from the kitchen. So let me tell you what I did this morning. I think that's it for my notes. I definitely got up early and I put a chuck roast, a lean chuck roast, in my Instant Pot with just a bit of water and salt and turned it on. So today is an OMAD day, which is one meal a day. And I'm still on a lean week. And that's all I'm having today is chuck roast. That's right. So cheers to the chuck roast. Wonderful. Okay. No fish, no poultry, just a chuck roast. Not only is that enough calories for me, but I know it'll fill me up. It has very low fat, 0 carbohydrates, right? So I'm not going to spike my insulin. And I might even enjoy a Zevia soda with that tonight, with plenty of ice. So that Zevia soda is 0 calories and does not spike the insulin. Unless, of course, you count the sweet taste on the tongue that can sometimes stimulate a little bit of insulin, but it will not spike. Okay, So I'm having the lean chuck roast. And again, I want to reiterate why I'm sharing with you what I'm eating. In the event that you want to burn visceral fat like I am burning, I am sharing with you what I'm doing on my menu so that I'm giving you guidelines. So it's not being food centric. Okay? Nothing should, the only thing that should revolve around food is community, family, friends, events, gatherings. And basically, to sit alone and eat and overeat and eat the wrong foods is basically eating your feelings. I don't do that. It's not to say I haven't done that. I have done that. I did it for a long time. So I totally understand if that has happened to you. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to share my journey. Believe me, I've done enough judging. I've judged myself so hard. It's not easy. So today I will have the one meal. It will be a chuck roast and it will be absolutely delicious. And I don't limit my food. So I don't say, oh, okay, I'm only going to eat a half pound or 1 pound, or, I don't limit that way. I don't say, oh, that's got like 1,000 calories. No. I'm going to eat as much of that chuck roast as I need to fill up until I am stuffed. That's what I do. I eat until I'm stuffed. And the reason I do that is because I'm not going to eat generally for another 20 to 23 or 24 hours. Sometimes if I'm super busy, I don't eat for 2 days. So I eat until I'm completely stuffed. And it's meat. Always it's meat. Hi. Can't live in a bubble. That's right, Kung Fu Cat. I cannot live in a bubble. I'm glad that you don't live in a bubble. So it's just, we have to be comfortable with what we're doing. 209 days means that this is a sustainable for me. This is a sustainable lifestyle for me. 209 days? That means that I have stuck to something successfully and it's worked. So this is the message I want to get across today. Also, I have my episodes, my podcast episodes that come out every week. Please check them out. I also have posts. Check out my posts because I share important things there, like other channels, information. Please check out my posts. This is a brand new channel. And if you find this information even slightly helpful, or if you think it'll help somebody that you know and love, please subscribe to help out my brand new channel. Please hit the thumbs up button because it helps the algorithm. Looking great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I used to have a big face, sugar face, carbohydrate face. I'm glad it went down. I'm so glad. Even my hats are too big for me now. Silly. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited this long to do something about it. But at least I did. I did do something about it, okay? I just can't believe it took me so long to realize it. So I want you to have a happy and healthy day. Thank you so much for joining me here on my podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. It is free. Hit the notification bell so to be notified when I upload new videos, episodes, or when I go live and when I even post. So be happy and be healthy. And until next time, bye for now. Toodles!